Hey, in about 15 minutes, I'm going to be 21 years old. Kill me! What's up, it's a culture detective here investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to be doing an album review on the brand new Jeff Rosenstock album, HELLMODE. Also, my laptop is screaming right now. I love it. So, Jeff Rosenstock, American pop punk singer songwriter, is back with a new album. In, I believe, 2016, he released the album Worry, which is a fantastic album. At that point, I didn't have my YouTube channel yet, so I didn't really cover his music. But the first time I covered his music, I believe, is with the album No Dream, released, I believe, in the year 2020. It is an extremely explosive, colorful, vibrant, energetic album that is just so full of personality, so angsty, so angry. It's actually amazing. And then in the following year, he released Ska Dream, which is the ska version of No Dream, where he performs ska music. And I actually really like Ska Dream. I think it's really cool that a singer-songwriter out there has an appreciation for ska music, but also the new renditions to the songs add a much softer and lighter and funnier edge to them that I thought was very much needed. And now we have a new album from Jeff Rosenstock, HELLMODE. For some reason, maybe it's because of the pink album cover, maybe it's because it's called HELLMODE, but this immediately reminds me of Black Midi's Hellfire. It's like this album is the Hellfire to No Dreams Cavalcade. But anyways, this new Jeff Rosenstock album, as you can probably tell by this album cover and by the album title, is so much more fiery and aggressive, so much more loud and passionate. The songs here are way more anthemic, the lyrics are more personal and introspective. And I really get it when some people say, oh, Jeff Rosenstock is a little annoying because he screams and shouts all the time. That's true, but to me, I really enjoy this type of music. It's just so raw, it's so organic, and it's so unapologetic. It's usually the type of music that I would really just jam to. So anyways, the album opener, Will You, Still You, is a fantastic opener. We have some energetic bass lines, some really speedy drums, and vocals mixed so badly, so compressed, it's almost hilarious. And then the track gets crazier and crazier. It enters a blast beat, and then we have this guitar breakdown afterwards that is gentle and sweet, and my laptop just crashed for the second time again. This is definitely the best album opener I've heard from Jeff Rosenstock thus far. And then following that with the track Head, which is an anxiety-inducing pop-punk barn burner with these intense sequence beats that are very speedy and fast. On top of that, we have Jeff Rosenstock's very crazy, unhinged screams and an explosive shoegazy chorus. Even though this track is 1.5 minutes in length, it is as impactful as it can be, and it immediately becomes one of my favorite rock tracks of the year so far. And the lyrics are written in a very unhinged and despondent way that it just comes off like an anxiety-induced ramble, especially the first 4 sentences. I am just an avatar of someone I've invented, a messenger of certainties I'm trying to decode, fact and fiction both depicted as the truth of prophet, and all I have to understand is what I'm being told. It's wild. Then we have Liked You Better, which is a more conventional pop-punk rager with skippy drums and guitars, but the track really hits a real groove. And also the track is about having a shitty roommate, which I have a bit of an experience on, so I really relate to this track quite a bit. And then we have Doubt, which is much more toned down of a track. We have some Strokes-esque cool guitars and the track with a climactic ending. And lyrically, he essentially sings about self-doubt and insecurity. Again, I really like the more introspective side of the lyrics on this album. Further down, we have the track Future is Dumb, which is a good old nihilistic middle finger to the sky pop-punk rager with passionate performances, and the track just really slaps really hard. And the track Soft Living is a mid-paced track that has a really heavy teenage angst vibe to it. And while I really like the vibe of the track, I think the chorus and the hooks are just not as strong. Following that, we have the track Heal Mode, which is a finger-picked guitar ballad with some really endearing vocal duets in the second half. The whole track is very cutesy and hearty, is a very much needed breather in the midst of this very loud, fiery, angry, yelly album. And then after that, we have Life Admin, which is a track that slowly gets more and more noisy and dense as it goes on. And despite being very formulaic, despite in Jeff Rosenstock standards, I think this track is not that creative or anything. It's kind of average, but I still find it really enjoyable. I Want to Be Wrong, however, continues to be kind of generic in Jeff Rosenstock standards. And it also has a very strong teenage angst vibe to it. And I feel like if I want to listen to good teenage angst music, the only right answer would be Car Seat Headrest. So not really a highlight on the album, but the album does end off really strongly with two fantastic tracks. We have Graveyard Song with the spacey drums and acoustic guitars. Right off the bat, it almost has the instrumental palette of Pixies' Where's My Mind. But that is the only similarity, because right after that we have the downtrodden lyrics about death and tragedies, and then we have the amazing aggressive shouts and the plinky pianos and hand claps that create equally punky, equally deathy type track that I just really freaking love. And the album ending 3 Summers is a 7-minute long album ending with dense guitars. And he brings on more personal lyrics on this track, talking about loneliness, his yearn for warmth, his creative process, spending 3 summers waiting, and it feels like an eternity, and the track kind of slowly fades out. I wish it would come to a stop immediately, but I think a fade out ending for this track is also more appropriate if he's going for something a little bit more, I guess, a little bit more personal. But yeah, overall this is a really solid album. I think I like this even more than No Dream, and I think this has got to be one of the best rock projects to be released this year thus far. I'm giving this album a strong 8 out of 10. So have you listened to the new Jeff Rosenstock album? Comments below, let me know, subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.